Awesome. Well, happy Fantasy Friday, my lovely darklings. I have another live guided meditation here for you. I love doing these, by the way. These are so much fun, not only for y'all, but for me, because I love to relax. And I love to talk about quantum jumping, quantum leaping. That's something that I don't really touch on a lot, especially in my regular videos, because I do the best I can making longer form videos. And I want to talk about quantum jumping and quantum leaping. So before I get started, let me know how you're feeling wherever you are in the world on this wonderful and fantastic Fantasy Friday, this fabulous Fantasy Friday. And what I want to talk about before we do anything, first of all, before I get started, I want to make sure that I am blessing this space. I am making sure that I am cleansing my energy and cleansing your energy as well through the screens. So make sure that you are being very open, very mindful, very aware, very conscious, and just being in flow, because that's really what all meditation is. It's paying more attention to your inner world than focusing on your external world, because the external world, yes, it's physical, it is in the third dimension, it is material, so that is all we see. However, our inner world is just as much important than our outer world. Just because we can sense it with our five or six senses doesn't mean that it is not real, or means that it's only the real thing, because our inner world, that's how we create our outer world, through our beliefs, our fears, and all those types of things. And that's where quantum jumping and quantum leaping comes into play, and I'll explain after I do our blessing, after I make sure I do our cleansing. So I'm just using this Palo Santo that I usually use. I am in my workspace, even though I work in a different area. I just like to be peaceful and calm in this area. I call it my peace room, and we're talking about inner peace today. Just like what the title suggests, we are quantum leaping or quantum jumping into inner peace, making sure that we are releasing any anxiety, any worry, any fear, basically getting out of the fight or flight mode and finding and unlocking and accessing the inner peace, bliss, ecstasy, and just being calm and relaxed within. Because we're not supposed to be stressed all the time, y'all. Oh, I almost burned myself. We're not supposed to be we're not supposed to be stressed, worried, or in fear all the time. We're not supposed to be in flight, fright, or freeze, wait a second, fight, flight, or freeze mode all the time. And this is where this meditation comes into play. So yes, I am using this, and usually what I say internally in my head mentally when I use Palo Santo or any type of cleansing herb, and you can use your own type of mantra, it is always going to matter, because it is energy at the end of the day. But what I like to say is thank you, thank you, thank you, Palo Santo, for cleansing and purifying my space, advancing my wellness, and making sure that all unwanted energies, negative thoughts, beliefs, fears are eliminated and can be replaced with peace, joy, and abundance. Ashe, ashe. And I am blessing you as well. So soak in all this blessing. Awesome. Cleansing our astral bodies, our light bodies, the bodies you can't see because it's not just a physical body. We definitely have other bodies that affect our well being as well. That's why spiritual hygiene and spiritual wellness, making sure that you are taking care of your spiritual self, is important, just as much important as your physical health. Actually, I did talk about how physical health is wealth. So that's probably what I thought about that. But as a holistic lifestyle coach, I always like to focus on all aspects or components of holistic healing. However, all of it matters at once. So it's great that we create little habits, little goals, little baby steps into creating a holistic wellness routine so that we can feel good all the time. Because it's not just about eating well or eating vegetables or going to the gym. It is everything, making sure that your finances are in check, your social group is in check, your environment is in check, your hobbies are in check. There are so many things that go into this. which cause inner peace. So before we get started, now that we are all cleansed or whatever, I wanted to talk about quantum leaping and quantum jumping and what that truly means. So I don't talk about that a lot on this channel, but I will, and I declare that it's going to be something I focus a lot more on because it goes to show that it is reminding not only you, myself, and everybody involved that we're not going to be the same person every day. There are multiple billions of different versions of this earth, of us. And we're not separate from that at all. We're not even separate from each other. We're not separate from the universe or anything. So when you quantum leap or quantum jump, you are using the unknown, the infinite field of possibilities, or the field of infinite possibilities, the fourth dimension, or just the universe in general, whatever. You are using that to access the version of you wherever it is in the ether, because once there's a version of me who is not wearing sunglasses right now on top of their head. There is a version of me that is wearing blue or that's not gothy or into metal. There is a version of me that's not even talking to you all today. There are multiple versions of us and multiple versions of Earth that we're not perceiving right now because of whatever reason. It's what our beliefs are and we choose to have right now. So I always like to say the past, future, and present are all simultaneously happening at the same time. That's just how we're perceiving it as humans. Really, everything is happening at once, and that's why I always like to say that there is no past, present, or future. Everything's happening right now. And when you're quantum leaper and quantum jumping, you are absolutely acknowledging that. You are acknowledging that you can access whatever version of yourself you want to be right now. It's not going to happen in the future. It's not someone that is happening in the past. Right now, because all we have is the present moment. So that's what I would describe quantum leaping. It's basically, once again, jumping to a timeline, spiritually acknowledging that there is a timeline of you or a timeline that exists of you that has everything they want, everything they want. And even though we cannot perceive that right now, or we are not perceiving that right now through our beliefs, fears, whatever, it could be anything, we can still access it right now in our minds, in our third eye. Because what happens in our inner world and in our minds and whatever, in our brains is just as much real as the outer world, no matter what we can perceive through our five or six senses. So it might sound a little weird to a lot of people and very confusing. I completely understand. It confused me for a long time. However, it is science based. I am somebody that, as much as I am very woo woo about spirituality or holistics or whatever, I don't care. I don't care how that's perceived by other people because it exists. There's science that backs it. But once again, I'm very much so into science as well. So I'm not going to, as much as I like to base things on feelings and all those types of things, there is science, like astrophysicists, quantum physicists, all of them, everyone of that field who can back this up. So, as much as I'm just not even really thinking about what I'm saying right now, I'm just going in flow. Flow is also a science thing as well. So, I'm just going with the flow right now. But that same mentality, that same flow that I'm coming from, that's coming from me, is coming from the universe. So, everything is possible from the universe. So, once again, as much as it might sound woo woo to a lot of people and confusing, science also backs it up, even though it's all theory. But how can we explain something that we cannot only not completely perceive, but study because it's so vast and honestly our brains would explode. So I'm not going to even get much into it, even though I talked about it for almost 10 minutes. I just want to get right into our guided meditation today. And today's guided meditation is all about unlocking the version of ourselves because y'all, through my poll earlier this week, wanted to do either anxiety releasing and inner peace or quantum leaping, quantum jumping to our desired version. So it was a tie. So I want to combine them together to quantum leap to the version of us who is always peaceful internally, who is always calm, centered, aware, mindful, and doesn't allow the outside version, the external world, to affect their inside. Easier said than done, but when you do go within through meditation, it is possible. Everything is possible. So let us get started. So wherever you are, make sure that your environment is conducive to your being soothed, conducive to you being centered and calm, making sure that you're probably on your phone right now, maybe a computer, but don't scroll through social media right now. Don't do anything that is going to heighten up any type of worry, anxiety, or comparison, or FOMO, or any type of thing like that, because that is a thing that causes us to be in fight, flight, or freeze mode a lot of the time. We think that things like that are harmless, but it really causes our inner state to be very frazzled. And that's not good, because when we're stressed, when we're worried, when we're doubting and fearing all the time, as if a lion's chasing us, as if a predator is chasing us, we can't heal. We can't be happy. We cannot create. So make sure that you're in an environment that is great for being soothed, calmed, centered, that you are sitting very comfortably, however you want to do. I'm not going to tell you how to sit or lie down or however. Maybe you want to stand. Perfect. If you want to close your eyes, great. If you want to just make them half closed, awesome. If you want them to be open, cool. Do whatever feels good for you at this moment. So what I'm doing is I'm at a seat right now. I want to make sure that my sits bones or my butt is evenly placed on the floor, making sure that the bones of it are nice and even, which will automatically make my spine straight and long. Don't stress it. Once again, we're trying to be calm here. But you know that when your spine is straight, you're not being like, you're not poking your chest out. You are being nice and relaxed. You're just allowing your spine to be long, which will automatically have your shoulders drop down peacefully, relaxingly. Having your hands placed on your knees gently, having your chest and chin parallel to the floor. Maybe you can have your chin tucked a little bit towards your chest. This will all make the breathing more smooth, more even. You're more in alignment. So you're not just hunched over, you're not just poking out, you're just relaxed, making sure that your body is in perfect alignment for you to breathe very well. And this will have your crown up to the heavens, up to the sky, basically like as if you were pulling a string up towards you. You want to make sure that you are calmly, evenly in alignment. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth like a sigh. Breathing in, possibly for 5 seconds if you can. And letting it all out for 8. Maybe 10 if you can. And every time you inhale, you want to gather up all your worries, all your fears, all the things that cause you any type of stress today. And as you exhale, you release them all into the ether for it to be transmuted into inner peace. Do this on your own for a few moments. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Awesome. And as you continue to do that, you are releasing it all out into the ether, making sure that with your exhale this time, you are sending a wave of relaxation throughout your body, starting from the top of your head to the ends of your toes, the tips of your toes. Breathing in. And the waves starting from the top of your head, ending to the tips of your toes. Breathing in. And channel that wave of relaxation. Good. And as you continue to do that, let us practice a visual. I love doing visuals in meditations, and I know you will too. That's also what quantum leaping is all about as well. Breathing in and breathing out. Continue these cycles of breath on your own, hanging on to that as we begin our visualization. And as you pay attention to that wave of relaxation throughout your body, see if there is any resistance or tension or emotional buildup anywhere in your body. Where is it coming from? Put your full awareness on it. And since we were talking about anxiety today, we can even put our attention on our brains, on our minds. Because even though we feel anxiety in our body, really, we feel everything from our body. Because our emotions and our feelings are the vocabulary of the body. And our thoughts, whether they be anxious or uplifting, are the vocabulary of our brain. So if you are having any anxious thoughts or self-talk, keep bringing your attention back to your breathing, being mindful of the breath and mindful of where the tension is in your body, bringing that awareness back into your brain where anxiety can be traced back to. When you do that, imagine your consciousness sinking deeper and deeper into your brain. You're looking at the full scale of your brain. And as if your brain is similar to the earth, bring your attention closer and closer to the core of your brain, just like there is a core to this earth that we so inhabit. And the core can even be lava-like, like it is for the earth. A glowing red and orange center that's bubbling, hot, dangerous even. What does that feel like for you? What does that look like for you? Is it scary? Does it make you feel more worried? Is it sending you into a frenzy because you're aware that's what your thoughts are doing to your brain, sending it into a frenzy, being chaotic, being irritating, hot, damaging even. Keep paying attention to the core. Bringing your awareness closer and closer into it. Allow the discomfort, the unease, the disharmony to envelop your body. Sit with it. Don't judge it. Don't force it to go away. Sit with it. and allow it to dissipate. It is temporary. All of our emotions, our energy and motion, they rise and they fall. Allow it to do that right now. Paying attention to that hot, scary core center of your brain, like the earth, bubbling with anxious energy, bubbling with self-doubt, curdling with discomfort and fear, fear that we are not experiencing right now in our external world. And you'll see with every breath, every inhale, you are feeling the feeling. With every exhale, you release it back to the ether. Inhale, gathering up all that worry, fear, anxiety. And exhale it all out. Realizing that you are not in any danger. You are doing just fine. Whether you experience something anxiety-inducing a few minutes in the past, you know that you are not feeling it right now. You are focusing on your inner world. And in your inner world, all things are possible. Even you finding inner peace. Keep bringing your attention back to the breath, back to the center of the brain. And as soon as you have that clear image, that clear feeling of what your thoughts have been doing to your body, sending it into fight, flight, or freeze mode, automatically freeze it. Freeze that core center in your brain, that sphere of molten lava in your brain. Automatically, in a split second, make it a cold block of ice, a cold sphere of ice. That is you now. Calm, soothed, cool, under control. That is you right now. You have accessed the part of your brain that automatically can calm down under duress. You know that in a split second, you are the person who allows calm, who allows ease, who allows harmony in their entire body. And now that that sphere, that core sphere, is cool, frozen, calm, you now know that at any moment, you can unlock the version of yourself that allows peace, that allows bliss. You are not a different person. You are the same person just moments ago that was bubbling with anxiety, that was curdling with duress, that was hot with strain. We all know what that feels like. But in a blink of an eye, in an instant, right now in your perfect reality, you have cooled it. How does that feel like? Allow that wave of emotion, of calm and ease to flood throughout your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes with our inhale and exhale. Inhale from the top of the head and exhale going down to the tips of your toes. Feeling that for a few breaths. Carry that breath to the top of the head, sending a wave of relaxation throughout your entire person. And as you do that, envision that cold, cool, calm, peaceful core at the center of your brain, and allow it to expand, expand, expand until it becomes an entire sphere throughout your body. Allow that blue, cold center, whatever an ice form, an ice sphere looks like for you, whether it be blue, white, crystal clear, allow it to envelop your entire body. Growing in length with every inhale and exhale. And envisioning your entire body, allowing those emotions to flow through, knowing that you are now calm, relaxed, soothed, centered, anxiety-free, worry-free, stress-free. Envision yourself as you allow that sphere to expand. Now that you've calmed down your nervous system, allowing your body to heal, be creative, be in flow. Envision your person, envision your physical body. What does that calm, healed, complete, confident, happy, blissful, peaceful person, what do they look like right now? Are they relaxing on the couch? Are they participating in their favorite hobbies? Are they eating their favorite meal? Are they doing their favorite form of movement? Whatever stress-free, worry-free version of you that exists in any timeline that exists in the universe, you are that person now. Hold that vision strong within your mind's eye, allowing all the peaceful, blissful, harmonious feelings that come along with that vision to envelop and flood throughout your body, knowing that you have a shield that has formed, that was formed by you cooling and freezing those negative, worrisome thoughts from earlier. Take a few breaths and a few moments to let those feelings arise. Expand by 10 times. Expand by 50 times. Expand by 100 times. Doesn't that feel incredible? Don't fight it, invite it. Let it feel amazing. Allow it to flow through you in waves that expand further and further outside of you. Keep holding on to that vision of your quantum self being soothed, calmed, relaxed, and confident and blissful at all times, unlocking the version of you that is always peaceful internally. And let's recite a few affirmations mentally to seal and anchor it all in. Breathing in through the nose and exhaling with a sigh. Let us begin. I feel calm. I am peaceful. In my perfect reality, I am always in harmony. I now unlock the version of me who is always in a state of well-being. I am healed, whole, and complete at all times. I feel amazing, blissful, and ecstatic at my command. Finally, I am now in my perfect reality where all is well. One more inhale. Make it deeper this time. Holding at the top for a few seconds. Just one more. And exhaling the past version of you who was anxious, fearful, worried all the time. And inviting and jumping to the timeline version of you who always allows flow, always allows peace, always allows alignment, and is led by it because we are in our perfect reality right now. We believe it and we receive it. Ashe. How does it feel? I don't know about you, but I feel amazing. And in any way that you meditated today, whether you were having your eyes open, closed, you were able to see the visualization, you were able to recite the affirmations, whatever you were doing, I'm happy that you were able to bring it back to the breath no matter what. Allow your nervous system to calm down because a lot of the times we're always in autopilot, always in fight, flight, or freeze. And we stay there all the time, being addicted to the rush of emotions that allow us to stay there because it is addictive. It is addictive to always be in go, go, go mode. It might feel good in the moment, but it damages our body significantly over time. Calm yourself down. Make sure that the bubbling, curdling, molten lava core at the center of your brain that can represent your thoughts, your negative self-talk, your worry, your anxieties. Freeze it in an instant. Unlock the version of you of your perfect reality that cools it and allow the amazing emotions that come with that to flow through you and outside of you so you can unlock the version, access the timeline version of you that is always at peace because it is always available to you at all times, my lovely darklings. Thank you so much for watching. I trust this resonated with you, and I will see you in the next video. Much love, and until next time, bye-bye.